Developed, created, and owned by James PoeArtistry Productions. Welcome to this Perceptive Readers Podcast. Hi, I'm James Lynch. Welcome, Perceptive Readers, to this 4-part series on why Taylor Swift is a doctor. I have part 1 up on the PocbooksCrypto website at this moment. As some of you know, she dropped her album Midnights last October 21st, 2022. And it has gotten a lot of rave reviews, just breaking records left and right. And it made her fans very happy. People who would not have considered themselves even Swifties are enjoying the music. And let me tell you, I've said this already on some of my social media, that, hey, the more you listen to her music, this new album, the more each track actually grows upon you. I mean, you really enjoy it, and you be tapping your foot and your hands and smiling and all that other stuff. And see, speaking about smiling, it really goes to show again that one of life's pleasures is entertainment. It is enjoying someone else's creative output. Would you agree? You know, over the years as well, you've heard me mention more times than than we can count now about the fineness, the fine wine of creativity, of poetry, of art, of persons' expressions and things of that nature. And, you know, I've described some of the persons I've written about in detail as being like a fine wine. Now, I stated all that to say, you know, when it comes to Taylor Swift's talent, she certainly is a fine wine, fine beverage, strong beverage, and health drinks as well, all wrapped up into one when it comes to creativity. Wouldn't you agree? I don't think there's too many people who wouldn't agree. So with that assessment, I want to go over the article that I wrote that's on PocbooksCrypto called Why Taylor Swift is a Doctor. Yes, that's the name of the title. And this is part 1. And as I mentioned before, it's a 4-part series. But like with anything of savoring, like fine wine, guess what? You take your time. So part 2 is in the works, but it's not released yet. And you will see, yes, at least before, you know, the full rustling and bustling of the celebration seasons for many people, you see that these articles or the series will be completed. You're probably noticing already that, yes, I'm actually trying to get right back into my routine of when I first started the PocbooksCrypto website, or the James PoeArtistry, now, you know, the evolved Perceptive Readers podcast and website, to the James PoeArtistry Productions. And so one of the things that, you know, I used to do quite a bit was create a lot of part 1 or part 2 all the way up to part 4 and yes, part 5 series. I don't know if I've gone on as far as in the written type of aspect of things, if I gone past 4 or 5. But all the same, I know in the podcast type series, as you know, I sit down and I'll talk about a subject and elaborate on it over time, like, you know, like the quantum leap in knowledge, which I'm still transitioning. I still have quite a few of those to transition to the James PoeArtistry Productions platforms. But, you know, as I've already mentioned, some of the ideals that I've taken from, let me say now, Dr. Taylor Swift, that yes, some of these podcasts and articles have lost their formatting or other types of aspects of them over the years on the website. And so even before I archive some of them, it would be nice to be able to say that I can put them back in a more readable form, the written ones, you see. And all the same, that's what's going on. And I'm at a point in this fall that I'm able to get back to all those types of aspects of things, and to really be on social media as I was before, as far as with the scheduling. You see, like on Twitter and minds.com, those profiles, etc. It's nice to be able to get back where even when I'm working on other, projects or focus, you will have a constant attention, if you will, through my Tumblr, my Minds, yes, and my Twitter. And of course, once again, the home or hub, if you will, PocbooksCrypto.com domain, which is James PoeArtistry Productions. All right. So once again, why Taylor Swift is a doctor, part 1. On May 18, 2022, the New York University held its 188th commencement at Yankee Stadium. Taylor Swift will receive a Doctor of Fine Arts honoris causa from New York University with the graduating class of 2022. She will address students and guests at the school's commencement ceremony on May 18th at Yankee Stadium, you see. Now, she was honored with a doctorate degree in the fine arts. It is the highest degree awarded in educational institutions, see, a doctorate. And yet, perceptive readers, I am here to share with you today, even more so, words mean something. Words mean something. How about bringing a statement like that back from the past, you see? In our education development, there are important life lessons learned from parents, family, friends, not so friends, co-workers, teachers, and self-affirmations into spirituality. Those life experiences are rightfully factored into credits for degrees at times in the North American continent, higher education, and colleges. For example, in technology, there have been technical skills taught to persons from an early age like programming and networking. The same process I'm about to describe applies in artistic and physical exertion fields as well. This is why in sports, recruiters may say to the high school and college graduate, quote, You are already exhibiting skills on the highest levels of the pros or professionals, and this is why we want you, unquote. In times past, large sums or currency for scholarships and perks were given as incentives for signing bonuses. The shrewd details were ironed out as well. And I just want to mention as an awareness for the perceptive readers that when I used to use the word shrewd way back then, most persons, it always reflected in another meaning of a person being stingy. And actually, there's another application of it as well, of really being smart, as well. Not only smart with your funds, but just smart with principles as well, you see. So I just want to let you know that this, in all its elevated positive view, that's what these recruiters and meetings were all about. Getting the best, results, or for someone's talent really showing how much they were valued, you see. So the shrewd details were ironed out as well. It was looked at as the team's owner. By proxy, this is who the recruiter represented with great authority, was putting his money where his mouth is. In other words, the large sum of currency profits matched with the claim or flattery of why they wanted this person with this professional expert playing skill level. Therefore, in these pursuits, we see from the trial and error, in no small measure, the person's experience took them through the skill levels of novice, journeyman, advanced, expert, and master. Perceptive readers, here the noteworthy takeaway from the above, or here is the noteworthy takeaway from the above. Years pass, and today, the persons have already attained the know-how and the experiences, just without a certificate from an accredited source stating they are knowledgeable in application on an expert or mastery level, you see. This is the case with Taylor Swift. We will explore how large numbers over the years have felt this is more than opinion. Taylor Swift exhibited her writing, singing, ingenuity, and business savvy on such a brilliant level. Do you agree with that, perceptive readers? Let me read it again. We explore how large numbers over the years have felt this is more than opinion. You see, Taylor Swift exhibited her writing, singing, ingenuity, and business savvy on such a brilliant level. So let me remind you again, did I not say she's like a fine wine, strong drink, and health drink all wrapped up into one? As all those many type of descriptions and characteristics have been shown over the years, you see at the James PoeArtistry Productions website of many talents. Yes, on such a level that she exhibits expertise in quite a number of fields. Though she would never say it to the public, it seems, there are accredited educational sources like New York University and Jason King who will state such facts. How many of you actually seen that graduation? It is posted on the YouTube channels in case you haven't. So I encourage you, if you haven't seen it, and most likely everybody who is a fan or a Swiftie has seen it. But again, with her new album being out called Midnights, it has persons who will be hearing her music for the first time. And so hopefully, if you have already heard these statements about why Dr. Swift, or why Taylor Swift is a doctor, that you will already come to mind that, oh, okay, let me go see what was happening there. All right. Let me see who the speakers were. Well, Jason King was one of them. And here is some additional information I thought you would appreciate for some of you who have graduated, planning on attending New York University. You see, this is a quote from their website. It says, since its founding in 1831, New York University has been an innovator in higher education, reaching out to an emerging middle class, embracing an urban identity and professional focus, and promoting a global vision that informs its 19 schools and colleges. Today, that trailblazing spirit makes NYU one of the most prominent and respected research universities in the world, featuring top-ranked academic programs and accepting fewer than 1 in 8 undergraduates. That's the end of that quote. And if you want to know more about Jason King's activity, his profile, his resume, let's see, it is actually hosted on one of his social media sites. How he is a chairman, he's also a host, he's a musician, he's a writer, he's a journalist, a scholar, music producer, songwriter, performer, film, TV, radio producer. Yeah. Oh, I guess he's a fine wine as well. But once again, we're talking about Taylor Swift in this one. Okay. All right. So in this, Why Taylor Swift is a Doctor 4-part article and podcast series by James PoeArtistry Productions, I will explore with you, perceptive readers, Taylor's application and love of music that has brought phenomenal success. The type of success persons who are skilled in what they do, you see, are presented before kings, royalty, and wealth. Perceptive readers. And whether you knew this or not, there are good book, yes, actually good book references stated as positive comma results, if you will, in case you did not know that you would be presented before such persons. And yes, even abundance, you see, for your skills and talents. All right. So thank you for being here this week. In the future, we will turn the page and go on to Why Taylor Swift is a Doctor Part 2 of 4. Just remember, before I actually share this information with you on the James PoeArtistry Productions podcast in the future, it will most likely still, yes, be on the PocbooksCrypto.com website first in article form, okay? It will be in article form first. So you can get ahead of everything if you're already subscribed, which what I've done for now, and you can always feel free to make a suggestion otherwise through the minds.com/PocbooksCrypto, where, you know, I take questions and feedback and things of that nature. But what I've done for now is I've put the subscribers link, that WordPress.com, actually, it's in my sidebar, that WordPress.com's actually kind of like manages the email subscriptions in that way. I wanted to let you know that because remember, yes, my website is actually, it's self-hosted, as they call it. See, it's not on the WordPress.com servers or anything of that nature. I actually have a totally different entity. You see, it's called like self-hosting. When you do that, I manage every aspect of my website, even down, you see, to the security. So I wanted to make you aware of that. So if you ever, you know, subscribe right now through the WordPress.com, if I do move to even a totally different type of platform setup, this is just an FYI, then I would have to, you know, somehow migrate the email subscriptions and things over. Or sometimes what, you know, some persons have done in the past is just put up a totally different new email system structure where they can, you see, manage all of their emails in the first place without it going through another party to do that. What do you think about that idea? Do you think you're okay with just the WordPress.com subscription to the website, that you can just put your email in and get notifications for, you see, the articles as they're posted? Or do you think that it would be nice for me to maybe use another type of email system of keeping track of subscribers? I'm just curious all the same. You can give your feedback if you want to. So thank you for being here on this Perceptive Readers, everyone. Or the James PoeArtistry Productions website. I enjoy being able to share these points with you. I'm glad you enjoy them. So have a very wonderful day and enjoy the new Midnight's album that is out by Taylor Swift now. I just want to say again, yes, over the past several days, I've basically just been drinking, if you will, track at a time, one or two at a time, because, you know, that's just me. That's just my style, which for me, I gotta say, never go out of style. Oh, I just kill me sometimes. Anyway, have a wonderful day. You have just listened to the Perceptive Readers Podcast. Remember, until next time, if you read something that encourages you to improve or enhance your life for the better, it becomes your reality.